Yo, what up, bruh? I ain't forget about y'all, man. How could I possibly do that, man? Y'all been supporting me all the way. Television, battle rap, talk shows, man. You know what I'm talking about? Business been going so good. How could I possibly forget about you guys, man? Prosperity TV is indeed back underway. I do want to announce the end of the sports zone. Um, just for marketing purposes, branding purposes. Um, I see me using THA like I do with my music and stuff like that. It don't translate as well on stuff that's not hip hop related. So I'm just gonna drop I'm gonna drop the all of that good stuff. We just gonna keep everything in house prosperity, man. I already got Prosperity Sports Zone on the big TV. So here, this is just Prosperity Sport Radio. This is the debut of Prosperity Sport Radio. Um, I've been gone for months, a real long time. It's really just because I don't have time to do the show no more. It is what it is. Uh, I have time now, and we fresh off of this fight. Hell, I paid $80 for it. Pardon my language. So yeah, we gonna talk about it, man. Cause like, it's gonna be the first time boxing's ever been covered on this show. For those of y'all who don't know, yeah, I'm on that boxing too though. It's not just football and basketball. Uh, I guess I'll go ahead and run through everything I watch real quick. I watch baseball. I only watch my Nationals. I watch hockey, but I only watch my Capitals, and I only watch them if they make the playoffs because I'm still learning the nuances, not of the sport. I know how the sport is played, but of competition. You know what I mean? Like the way that they compete and why they do certain things they do. I'm still learning that part. But both my teams they can play. They don't piss me off like the Wizards. You feel me? So I'm on everything, man. Anything where there's competition, I'm probably tapped in. Boxing, I'm on the boxing. I don't have enough time to go with dive in my history with boxing, but I've been watching boxing for like 16 years. Um, when the last 3 years I've been watching boxing, though, I have not had as much fun as I had watching that card for Tank and Lamont Saturday night. Uh, damn, that was fun. Yeah, it wasn't fun getting the pay per view, bro. But I'm gonna tell you why I was complaining. I ain't gonna say complaining why I even mentioned the pay per view. This is my first time ever getting a pay per view. I'm the king of the street when it comes to real street shit. If they are playing that MF on the television, dog, or if they streaming it for the last 8 years, I can get it to you. You know what I'm talking about? No face, no case, no trace. You dig? But my run has came to an end, ladies and gentlemen. Those days of me jugging high dollar events for the free ski are over. They have patched all of my go-tos, man. All the potentials for new methods, they've null and voided those as well. You know what I mean? Pretty much, corporate is sick and tired of the jugging. They've stopped the jugging. If you got methods to go and jug these Jones, let me know. I'm hollering at your boy, man, because I've been putting y'all on for at least the last 8 years. I've been feeding the street, jugging things for free ski. Floyd versus Conor McGregor. Anybody who went to Shepherd University in the year 2018, you already know. You're welcome. It's your boy, right? So I folded. We was I had missed. I missed Jerry Hurd. So I missed every fight except Gary Russell and Martin and Pollo. I saw that. Those three fights did enough for me. I was pissed I missed the Jerry Hurd fight though. Let me tell y'all why. Jared Hurd is the only boxer that is actually from my backyard, even though in real life he's not from my backyard per se because he didn't grow up there, but that's the last place that he lived, and that's what he claims. And he is great. So I'm all for it. I met the brother. You feel me? He came to Hood Day, bro. Showed love. Was doing things for the community. Because my bad. Doing things for the community. He's from my backyard, Aggie, bro. He's not from the West though. You know what I mean? But that's no. I ain't about to spear the man's name. Y'all, I ain't gonna kick him while he down. Unfortunately, Big Homie lost against Johan Gonzalez. I think I'm saying his name right. Unfortunately, that makes 4 losses straight for Holmes. He said he is going to retire if he ends up losing to Gonzalez. They gave Gonzalez the win by split decision. Gonzalez is in the negative. I haven't seen a whole lot of boxers get booked on a card like this, and they're in the negative. Shorty was 7-9. Now thanks to Jerry Hurd, he 8-9. I don't understand. So whenever that drops, I will be watching so I can see if I can make any sense of that. You know, Big Homie started out 20-0. I don't understand the fall from grace. I just don't. So I'm gonna have to do some homework on that. But hometown cuz lost. That's from my backyard, like real my backyard. This my city, feet on grass is where I'm from. But you know, on some not region, but on some metropolitan thing, you know, Lamont is the guy who I was pulling for. I just want to see some cats from our metropolitan just get in the mix. And see, I just want to see if they belong. I didn't know. I just found out about Lamont Roach last year. Uh, I want to say his uncle or cousin or something like that work at my people's job, and I went to school with one of his. I was probably his second, third cousin or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? So I didn't know any of that until the uncle, you know what I mean, would start talking about Lamont, and I looked him up, and he, you know, I think Cuz was like, he was at like 22 wins when I looked him up. He was already 22-1. I said, whoa, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on him, and that's what I did. I never saw this coming. You know, I understood that he was going to call out Tank. You know, if you look around in this weight class, it's not top heavy, but it's a little bit top heavy. Just a little bit. So you know there's not a whole lot of room for guys to cherry pick. This was not a cherry pick fight. If you heard Javante say at the end of the fight, for those who actually watched the damn thing, we gonna address y'all suckers in a minute. Keep talking. Or you ain't watching nothing but Instagram and YouTube clips, and you ain't got no paper. Everybody rich, so it's time to put out that wallet. You know what I'm talking about? But we ain't gonna go there. Anywho, at the end of the fight, Javante explained that they grew up together in the sport of boxing. They've known each other since they was kids in the sport of boxing. There's a respect there. Javante knows Shawty's not no slouch. Now, maybe he wasn't thinking that he can mess, you know, he can't mess with me, but he know cuz ain't no slouch, though. Ain't no cherry pick fight. He ain't doing no Floyd stuff like where I'm intentionally picking a lesser than opponent to make myself, you know what I'm saying? No, he ain't doing that. Or I'm intentionally taking a lesser than opponent so I can line myself up to take a fight with an excellent fighter and give myself the confidence that I need to go in there and get a win. No, that ain't that. This was this was partially, you know, as a boxer, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, probably my language, somebody call you out, you know, y'all around the same weight class. If y'all know each other personally, too, oh, yeah, you're supposed to respond to that. You're not supposed to just let people play with your name or call you out and they want to see you in the ring and you're not going to say something. You feel me? So, you know, it's a call out, right? They got history. And dude only got 1 loss. It ain't like he ain't no worthy opponent. I don't understand how that came about. He's not a big name like that. He just really, Roach just became a big name by that performance he just put on against Tank. But I don't understand how somebody who only lost his first ever debut is the only time he lost by split decision. You know? I don't get that. But that's cool, you know, things happen the way it happened. Right? Dude get the fight. They canceled it at first. I thought it was gonna stay canceled. I thought maybe things were spilling over. The investors was no longer willing to invest. It wasn't looking good. Well, it ended up not being the case, thank the Lord. At first they was gonna have it in Toyota Center in Texas. I'm glad they rescheduled that and put it a little closer to those who really, really are invested in this fight over here on the East Coast, over here in the southeastern Atlantic. Those are the individuals that was really invested in this fight in terms of trying to see it in person. Uh, you know, so Brooklyn, trying to see it in person. Uh, so Brooklyn, I wasn't thrilled about Brooklyn, but like those who wanted to go and see that fight, yeah, you can go hop in your car, drive 4 hours to Brooklyn. Shout out to Goofies. I saw he was in the house. Um, Shout out Tay Swizzy. I saw Tay Swizzy was in the house. So I like that because Texas only the rich ones who really rich, like I'm talking 250,000 or more in liquid, is popping out to the Toyota Center. So that was dope. Let's get to the actual fight. I'm gonna sum it up. So Tank, same thing he always does. He's gonna war. Okay, no, not the same thing he always does. Same thing he always does. Warm up. I'm gonna hit you with some things. I'm gonna see how you react to some punishment. And anywhere between rounds 3 through 6, I'm gonna punish you now. I'm gonna see how you react to punishment, and I'm gonna see how how fast your feet are and things all that in rounds 1 through 3. Well, there was one thing that he did different, and he was taunting 1 through 3. When Lamont first got hit by that first tank punch, you can, for those of y'all who watch the pay-per-view, or if you got a recap plug, I know some of y'all out there got a recap plug where you may not be able to jug it live, but you can jug it after the fact. That's cool. Please pay attention to Lamont's face in rounds 1 and 2 when he's being punched. He looked like a scared little girl. And the reason for that being is because this is what that feels like. He looked like a scared little elementary school girl. However, Tank is taunting, meaning there's like at least 30 times between the first 3 rounds where Tank is sitting there defenseless, bobbing back and forth, daring Lamont to throw a effing punch. Hit me, B is pretty much what he's saying. 30-something times is egregious. I was heated. You can ask my OG. I was in that joint pissed. I couldn't understand why he wouldn't throw a punch. I just couldn't. I couldn't make it out. It wasn't making no kind of sense to me. And I'm saying to myself, this fool going F around, get knocked out, not trying to play passive. He gonna get knocked out trying to be passive. Like, y'all have to go watch the clip. If you got a recap plug, again, if you could watch that fight on replay, if you didn't see it live, don't worry about seeing it live. This is a fight. It doesn't matter when you saw it. It's only about if you saw it. Watch that fight, bro. I'm telling you. That taunting by round 4, Lamont is be pissed. Like, cuz is heated. He on psychopath time. So now, when he's getting punched in rounds 5 through 12, and he's like Tank is landing these big haymakers, the man is getting more charged. Like, every time he gets hit, he gets stronger now. So Tank is thoroughly confused at this point, right? Rounds 5 through 10, Lamont is countering. And then rounds, he counter punching them 5 through 10. I mean, not 5 through 10, 5 through 12. But it was more punches thrown later. I was begging for combos in rounds 1 through 4 because I have never seen a boxer just defenselessly taunt another boxer and not pay for it after doing it that many times. So when he's boxing and he's trying to hit him, I'm like, bro, I don't want no 2-piece. I'm hungry, Lamont. Where is a 3-4-piece combo at, gang? Can we get a decent piece of food around the camp? That's what I'm screaming out on the TV like a crazy person. Like, this is how I'm really talking because I understand the knockout power that a Tank has. I don't want the brother to get knocked out. That's lame. This is a fight that needed to go 12. Period. Anybody getting knocked out is just unjust. Shame on whoever got knocked out. Right? So, Tank in rounds 3 through 12 did this duck down, fly low crap that I've never seen him or any other boxer do for that matter. And I'm calling. The only reason why I call it duck down and fly low is because that's pretty much what he does. He takes his hands and he puts them in his lap and he ducks as close to the ground as you can get, and he runs from one side of the ring to the other. But the key part is that his forearms and his hands are pretty much on his legs, and it's not like he's grabbing them, but they're like in fight position, but he's pretty much running like he's ducking bullets across the ring. Like imagine if you needed to run from one end to the other, but there's bullets flying up across your dome. So you're gonna duck down to the ground and run as low as you can away from the shots. That's pretty much what Javante was doing round 3 to 12. Some of the silliest stuff I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what it was supposed to do. I'm not sure what was the angle, the game plan there. I don't really know. What I do know is that by round 5, Lamont is saying, okay, cool. I'm not passing up no more free money. That's free money. So when Shorty is taking them arms and putting them on them legs and running from one side of the ring to the other like a disabled chicken, Lamont is punching them ribs, Slim. And Tank is not defending himself because he's finishing his sprint. I can't make this up. Go watch the fight, people. Go watch the fight. Them ribs was getting destroyed. And Tank is not responding during this time because he's dedicated from getting to one side of the ring to the other. I've never seen anything like it. So, kids, by round 10, oh, this man's midsection and his legs were dogged. Tank was wobbly in rounds 10 through 12. Shawty was wobbly. Wibbity wobble, they wobble, they wop. No cap. I ain't got no reason to lie. I told y'all Lamont was looking like a scared little girl the first 2 rounds. Then I ain't got no reason to lie, kids. That's what happened, though. I got 20/20 vision, and I paid for the pay-per-view. That's what happened, though. Real life. Salute to the defense of a Lamont Roach, too, boy. I swear. You know, defense comes in different packages. Every guy don't defend the same in boxing. Boxing there's a style in even defense. You know, like a Shakur ain't playing defense like a Lamont. You know, Lamont got reach. He got reach. His limbs are an asset to him. You know, Tank's limbs are a detriment. He was getting tricked into throwing punches he can't land because his arms are too short. He don't got the reach that Lamont has. His hit power is an asset, but how short his arms are a detriment. Lamont actually uses his length not for punching, but for blocking punches. And it is fabulous to watch somebody block a punch with an elbow, block a punch with the top of the shoulder, block a punch with a forearm and a piece of the wrist. They were counting those as punches and as landed punches, and I think that is hilarious. If there is no way you were aiming for my wrist, that's cap. There's no way you was aiming for my forearm, bro. That's a lie. You hit my forearm, but Slim, I blocked it. That should not count as a landed punch. Give me one boxer that's gonna go up on a press conference like, yeah, I was looking to tear them forearms up. Yeah, come on, Slim. Miss me with the ball. Nobody's saying that. In a lot of them rounds, a whole lot of them punches they counted as landed punches was wrists, elbows, shoulders, and forearms, gang. Meaning those are blocked punches. That should have counted against his percentage. Tank should have clocked like a 29% landing for his punches on that night. That's more accurate. I think they ended up giving him like 38, 39%, and that's BS. 29 is more like it. That is capital BS. It's not like Tank came in with a bad plane, do the same thing. The duck down, fly low almost put him out of business. Um. Oh, keep. I was about to use the B word. I'm sorry. Constantly fussing with the ref. That was the second thing, and I almost put him out of business. I've never seen the brother do this. Now I don't know if it's because he's just not used to being in such a close fight or what. But crying to the ref is never a good thing in boxing. If you want to cry to the ref in basketball, you might get something out of it. Football, if you play quarterback, you might get something out of it. There is no room for you to cry to the ref in baseball, and no room for you to cry to the ref in boxing. You know, period. If the ref is screwing you in a boxing match, you really just best make like he's not there. There's no negotiating with a referee in a boxing match. You want to know why? What did the referee tell Tank when he wanted to go and have an argument? And he got socked in his eye. Protect yourself at all times, young man. Because you must literally punch with an elbow, block a punch with the top of the shoulder, block a punch with a forearm and a piece of the wrist. They were counting those as punches and as landed punches, and I think that is hilarious. If there is no way you were aiming for my wrist, that's cap. There's no way you was aiming for my forearm, bro. That's a lie. You hit my forearm, but Slim, I blocked it. That should not count as a landed punch. Give me one boxer that's gonna go up on a press conference like, yeah, I was looking to tear them forearms up. Yeah, come on, Slim. Miss me with the ball. Nobody's saying that. In a lot of them rounds, a whole lot of them punches they counted as landed punches was wrists, elbows, shoulders, and forearms, gang. Meaning those are block punches. That should have counted against his percentage. Tank should have clocked like a 29% landing for his punches on that night. That's more accurate. I think they ended up giving him like 38, 39%. And that's BS. 29 is more like it. That is capital BS. It's not like Tank came in with a bad plane, do the same thing. The duck down, fly low almost put him out of business. Oh, I was about to use the B word, I'm sorry. Constantly fussing with the ref. That was the second thing, and I almost put him out of business. I've never seen the brother do this. Now, I don't know if it's because he's just not used to being in such a close fight or what. But crying to the ref is never a good thing in boxing. If you want to cry to the ref in basketball, you might get something out of it. Football, if you play quarterback, you might get something out of it. There is no room for you to cry to the ref in baseball and no room for you to cry to the ref in boxing. You know? Period. If the ref is screwing you in a boxing match, you really just best make like he's not there. There's no negotiating with a referee in a boxing match. You want to know why? What did the referee tell Tank when he wanted to go and have an argument? And he got socked in his eye. Protect yourself at all times, young man. Because you must literally protect yourself at all times until that bell rings, ain't no room for you to be having dialogue with the referee. Tank got a chin. I'll give him that. I will give him that. He got a chin. But the simple fact that I watch a fighter as great as he make such an elementary and boneheaded mistake is just like, I hope Big Holmes takes that personal and vows to not do that ever again. Because if somebody with a little bit of hit power hit him, he going down. Maybe he gets up, but he's going down. He get punched in the eye, join with the ref while the fight's still going. And that's what he get. Period. I didn't see Lamont say a single thing to that referee. He didn't say nothing. Let's talk about his knee. You don't want to call it a knockdown, fine. Whatever, bro. You don't call it a knockdown, cool. It's champ privileges. Y'all know it's a title fight, though, so you know that's going to be a part of the champ package. But what I wanted was docked points. Why have we gotten away from docking points in the sport of boxing? Why have we gotten away from that? Why? I need people to go back to current about the process of scoring a fight, coming to the conclusion of a result of a fight, because there's not enough care. If you have two options in a scenario in which Tank takes a knee, you got two options as the officials and the judge. You got two options. He's either it's going to be counted as a knockdown, or you dock him points because he admitted to intentionally taking a knee. When Floyd Mayweather took a knee versus Hernandez because his hand was injured, it counted as a knockdown. Point blank, period. The reasoning for in which an individual takes a knee don't matter. It's a knockdown. If he's hurt, dehydrated, he got a cramp, you know what I'm talking about? He pulled a hammy. It don't matter. It's a knockdown. You're supposed to defend yourself at all times. On your feet. It's a knockdown, bro. It's period. It don't matter the reason. You will still receive your medical treatment. You will still, if you're dehydrated, you will still get your water. So he needed a towel. You will still get your towel. We're not barbarians. Ain't going to deny you the right to service. But this is boxing, big homie, and you know this. You should have been dark points. They didn't want to give you a knockdown. They're still giving you an opportunity to win a fight. It would be harder for you to win if they counted a knockdown, but they docking you points. The ball is still in your court. You just paid the price for your infraction. It's an infraction, but you, as a man, you got to do what you got to do. Y'all saying he ain't had no grease in his eye. You know, I think dude was tired, and I do think he had sweat or grease in his eye because I watched the fight. They only clipping the part where he's bobbing back and forth and then take the knee. After he took the knee in real life, he runs to the corner and he grabbing the trainer. The first one not moving fast enough. So now he grab, hey, give me a towel is what he's saying. Give me a towel, give me a towel. We are all sitting there. You can listen to the announcer say, what in the hell is going on here? That's how that went. He got the towel. He continued to fight. I didn't like that he was not docked points. You don't want counters as a knockdown, bro. Okay, I get it. He's defending his belt. Champ privileges. I got it. Docked the brother 2 points, 3 points, because he still took a knee intentionally. This is boxing. It's a combat sport for FC. Ain't but so many accommodations going to be made for injuries and all that, bro. Like, that's kind of the whole point of why we here. I'm here to injure you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. That part, I don't have no problem with the brother taking a knee. It wasn't because of a punch. Oh, I'll give you another Easter egg there. Homie took 2 knees because he kneeled again in like round 9. He got hit in the gut. He just dropped straight to the ground and popped right back up. And you couldn't see it. Nobody could clip it and repost it because Lamont is standing over top of him this time when he took the knee. They just act like that one didn't happen. He popped down on the ground so fast like he was finna propose and changed his mind. I can't make this up, bro. But I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Lamont almost fell too. This how I know nobody got no bag for real. Y'all did not watch the fight. Lamont in round 8, or was it now? Not was that 9-2? I can't remember. Shawty got hit in the gut. He is going down. Like, you watch him get hit in the gut. You see his body react to the hit in the gut, and Shawty is falling. He's going down. And his legs say, not today. Maybe another day, but not today. The brother's, his torso's going down, and his legs prevailed. They stayed solid, and he picks up his torso and goes back to defending himself. That's what I'm saying, bruh. With all this craziness y'all talking about online, at your jobs, and I'm talking about in the neighborhood with your men. If you did not watch the fight, what I'm saying, you're doing a disservice to yourself as a boxing fan. You're doing a disservice to yourself. If you got a recap plug, get you and the homies together. Y'all, you know what I mean? Get your turn up festivities and enjoy. Because this is what boxing is about. This fight is what boxing is about. If you can catch any of the prelims, please do. Please do. Excellent prelim fights, bro. Big shout out to Gary Antoine Russell. Cap Heights was happening. He just brought his belt home. It was a lovely evening for the DMV, but for boxing, period, bro. I enjoyed myself a bunch. And the last thing I'm going to say is that the draw decision, I don't have that much of a problem with. The champ privileges. You know, my OG explained to me when it's a title fight and somebody defending their belt, you can't just beat them like, oh yeah, well, if you had to ask me, yeah, I guess he won. Nah, he said, quote unquote, you must beat the champ's ass or knock him out. Feel me? So when he put it to me like that, I understood that it was not quite an ass whooping, pardon my language. You know what I'm talking about? It was more so a quality fight and quality game plan. His game plan was better than Tank's. And to me, he got a better result from his game plan than Tank did. They gave Tank champ privileges. He was not docked points for taking the knee, nor did they knock it as a knockdown. So he pretty much had everything going for him and nothing going against him. And he ended up with a draw. What you think is going to happen with some prep and some tape to watch on that rematch, though? Be blessed, man. Have an excellent, excellent evening. Maybe I'll see you guys soon, man. We'll be back.